Would you agree, Zineb, that with Trump, there are some people who are, even on the right, kind of complaining, we didn't vote for this, this is not what we expected, we thought that Trump was going to keep us out of this big mess. But isn't Trump really doing the way he is? This is what he's always wanted to do. In a way, Trump is the one who's being consistent here. And maybe some of Trump's own supporters are misreading Trump. What do you think about that?
Well, I definitely think that there's a misreading, because do you remember when Trump hit Qasem Soleimani and said that he should be assassinated, and that actually was such a big deal at the time. People were saying, "Oh, there will be World War III. We are going to war with Iran again," and again, as if it ever happened. But there were all these interpretations. And they were done in a way to dissuade Trump from pursuing a strategy that actually benefits U.S. interests. There is no way for Trump to pursue a good foreign policy without him using the tools available to him in foreign policy. And he tried with the diplomatic outreach. He tried with the negotiations. He gave them 2 months. They know exactly what type of person he is. They had to deal with him in his first term. And actually, I think the Iranians too. They thought that they could play him around, and they could actually also restrain Israelis, because they're the first victims of Iran's terror program. And I think that is also a misreading. I think people should realize that actually Trump. You can see that with the operation he did. It's a fantastic operation, zero leaks, absolutely well coordinated, and it hit the targets that it meant to hit. And I think that this is that I think Trump understands intuitively that nuclear proliferation is something that should not happen in the Middle East. It's bad for America, and it's bad for all of America's allies. So I think that of course I totally understand, the isolationist voices and all the trauma of the Iraq War and getting involved. However, the game is completely different now. I always point out to people that the regime change, especially during the Arab Spring, they happened to regimes that were aligned with the United States under Obama. So I don't think that this is something that Trump wants to do. I think that it might be a result, but it's not a policy.
I think you just made a critical distinction. It's not that Trump is seeking regime change. That was not the goal or objective of this operation. But I think what you're hinting at is that it may nevertheless be the result, right? In other words, I suppose it depends a little bit on Iran. The Iranians could just say, hey, listen, we will just be quiet at this point. We will protect we will stay in power. We won't try to cause any more trouble, so to speak. We'll let things be. But I wonder if Iran is ideologically unable to do that.